Took my family away from my Carolina home, had dreams about the West and started to roam. 6 long months on a dust-covered trail. They say heaven's at the end, but so far it's been hell. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. We were digging and shifting from 5 to 5, selling everything we found just to stay alive. Gold flowed free like the whiskey in the bars. Sinning was the big thing, Lord, and Satan was a star. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Dance hall girls were the evening treat, empty cartridges and blood lined the streets. Men were shot down for the sake of having fun, or just to hear the noise of their 44 guns. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Now my widow, she weeps by my grave, tears flow free for her man she couldn't save. Shot down in cold blood by a gun that carried fame, all for the useless and no good, worthless claim. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Waiting for me there.
Hey, YouTubers and friends, how are all of you, the Flash fam, tonight? Well, we had a little mishap earlier. I got a message from Jeremy from Finding Alabama. Unfortunately, he's been sick, fever, headaches. So put him in your prayers. Hopefully, he'll be on the treasure trail again soon up there or down yonder in Alabama. But I have another great guy with us, Jeff from Brewer's Prospecting. Um, so either way, it's gonna be a great show tonight. Plus, you're all here, so don't go away. You know what I say. We'll be right back. Hey, YouTubers and friends, thanks for joining us for another episode of Tuesday Night Hangout Live with ToledoJess, Dano, the Treasure Vixens, and I.
Shut up, Mama.
Okay.
Right on, new member of the Flash Fam. And for our new members of the Flash Fam, we have M&T Prospecting. We met them. They were at the Gold Show, guys, with our friends from Bill's Trash and Treasure, Jan and Jesse.
Man, I met so many people.
It was a good time, though. Rose, you missed
right,
it.
Left and right. It.
Sorry you couldn't make it. We had a good time. And it's kind of good because, in a way, because that way I had a bed to sleep with. Judy said, "Get out of here! You're woken me up like 3 times. Your snoring's terrible. You're hugging the bed. I think you hit me twice." No, she didn't really say all that, everybody, but I was disturbing her sleep, and I can do that.
You saw it in her eyes.
But looks like we have all kinds of great people here. Can't wait to see Otis Ferris coming up at Flash Bash. It's great. He has his airline confirmation, his rental car. Should be there by 7 p.m. So look at all these great people. I wasn't ignoring you, I swear. Guido, Dan, Brad, good morning. Heading to the creek.
I see some new names in here. Guido.
I think Guido's made it once or twice in here.
Has he? Dwayne Norvell, how are you? Welcome. Dave Carlisle in the house. Susan Hamilton, how's it going?
Tom. One more pan. Derek, good to see you. Smith Gold.
Smith Gold, what's up?
He's one of the members of Two Toes and the Gold Diggers.
Right. Speaking of Bill's Trash and Treasures, welcome.
Hey, how you doing? Tin Man was on cue as normal, being the first one in chat.
Yep. And if you're not first, you're last.
GoPro Unlimited. Oh, so many others. Rodney House, good to see
Ohio
you.
Relic Hunter.
Rock Butcher. Grease Monkey Prospecting.
Did we lose Dano again?
You know, he said he was going to restart his computer, and then I bet you he's jumping back on.
Could be. Here he is, knocking on the door.
Jumping back on.
Dano the Mano. Package total.
The Greenhorn Prospector. Welcome.
There we go.
How you doing, Greenhorn?
See you and I hear you.
There we go.
There we go.
All fixed up and pretty again.
Nice.
I'll make the computer and the phone.
Hey, the other end, what's up?
Lawrence HD, was nice meeting Lawrence at the Gold Show. When do you want to order? We still have mats, Lawrence, for the other tiers of your GoPro if you're interested. Or, I mean, your Gold Cube. Right, Jesse? You still have more mats, right?
Yep, I do. I do.
You
I've
could
got me-
also purchase them this year at Gold Rush Days, Labor Day
Yep.
weekend at the Swank West property. SJB, how are you doing? Welcome. Cheryl.
Lawrence L, what's up?
Cheryl and me.
Outdoor Wally listening in. Well, that's cool. Not much to see here anyway. Mountaineer Michael.
Yeah, you could.
Told you we had a Mountaineer Michael here.
Mrs. JP and the Bulldogs. JP, Mrs. JP, welcome.
Oh, there he is. There he is. World's greatest moderator, Mr. Lodak.
Be good to see you guys here in a couple weeks. HD, you know the offer's there, buddy. And we love Judy, but tell her to stay at Mom's for an extra week or two. And come on up.
Which Judy are you talking about?
Curtis, his Judy. Why
yeah.
would my Judy be down there to get left at her mom's for 2 more weeks?
Well, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Kane Friday. Welcome, Curtis. Curtis Clancy. First time I remember seeing that name.
Yeah, we got Flash Bash coming up. That's next week?
Yeah, Flash Bash.
This weekend's Memorial Day.
Yeah.
You guys got any great plans?
Getting ready for Flash Bash. You know, I could go to the OSPA.
Yeah, they're
having Prospector Days.
I'm headed down south this weekend.
You're going where?
Down south.
Oh, to that No Tell'em Creek?
To the Wilson.
Yep. Yeah. Were you there last week? Chris went down there.
No, Chris and Jelly Bear went down last weekend.
Oh, it's going to be good seeing Jelly Bear, too. He'll be at Flash Bash.
Right.
Jersey Ray. How are you doing, sis? Manly Dirt Fishing. How are you doing? I've been enjoying your TikToks.
Yeah, I've been mainly dirt fishing. I've been watching their Facebook page. Been showing some cool stuff.
Drum Detect, how you doing, Joel?
Drum Detect.
Rivendell Coins and Antiquities. Oh, wait, what do we got here?
Nice. Welcome.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Right on, new member of the Flash Fam.
Thanks for becoming a member of the Flash Fam here on YouTube, Manly Dirt Fishing.
Yeah, we'll have to get them on here.
Mainly dirt fishing.
Mainly dirt fishing.
Oh, good. I was like manly. I was
Mainly
like, dirt fish.
Mainly. I would take it because he lives in Maine.
Mainly, you walk around swinging with your, like this.
I do that.
Ugh.
I mean, come on. But mainly,
he's from Maine, like Square Nails, Bob Drake. Down east.
Digging with Deej just a second ago. It looks like you got a digging with Deej Jersey.
I won a Canadian bank token, a Dragon Slayer on Deej's show earlier. Whoop.
Nice.
Oh,
She had Tammy, the nugget shooterette explorations on. Bill Southern's better half, nugget shooter journals. I got all the
1857.
clues right. Deej, just bring that to Flash Bash since we'll be seeing you in 2 weeks. Save the stamp. So.
yeah, save the stamps.
Reg, 1857 Dragon Slayer. Oh yes, David Villa. Bruno,
Good.
the nugget sniffing dog. Pooch showed a live presence there. Another Canadian brother in the house, or Canadian family member. We have several of you here with us tonight.
Curtis, Nancy, and Reg.
Yeah, Don. I'm stoked. Beautiful coin. And it will go up with that other token right on my shelf I have from you, Deej. I know. Don't sell it. Don't give it away in a giveaway. That goes on my treasure shelf. Even when I sell everything else and we go on the road, become nomads and gypsies with gold pans and snuffer bottles, I'll have that.
You see, can you dig it, Don and Shelly? Congrats to Audra from Jersey History Hunters for hitting 2,000 subscribers. She says I'm right behind her with my 200.
Excellent. Congratulations, Don and Shelly, with the 200. That's an achievement.
Absolutely.
And Audra, congrats on the 2K. Way to go, sis.
RST, what's up?
Randy, Scotty, Tony.
There's Terry Curry and Don Williams. How are you, Don?
Oh, look, there's
Dano. I see Dano's in the house.
Dano the Mano. Terry Curry, good evening. Right on. Well, since Jeremy canceled because he's sick, and Jeff was super cool to come on and put up with our torture for a couple hours. Let's let the beatings begin.
Let it commence, guys.
Dun, dun,
dun. I'm just glad to be here, guys. Really, this is an honor.
The honor is ours, Jeff.
That's great.
We're no different than anyone else of you.
Well, we're a little more hee-haw than most people, but yeah.
Right? Hee-haw.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm a little used to having my ribs hurt after I come off the live stream, so that's normal.
I thought you were gonna say after you fall off of a four-wheeler.
Yeah, that too. I usually end up with 3 broke ribs and a collapsed lung, you know.
David Villa says, torture the slave. No, we don't beat our slaves.
No, we need them to work harder, so we don't want to beat them.
That's right.
Olin, it's you again.
It's me again. Ain't there a song like that? Probably. Hello, it's me again.
No,
don't hang up on that phone.
You guys got a lot of great people up in chat.
Beckett.
Oh, they're all great. Not just a lot of them. They're all great. They're here. For the most part, 90% of them are here every week, which is cool.
We have some diehards here.
Oh, yeah. They really need to get a light, though.
Speaking of diehards, where's our comedian in the crowd? Oh, besides David Villa.
You mean not a great gamer?
Oh, Ruby Love's not a good gamer. I don't know why.
He is
You know why?
That's
great.
You know why she
great.
likes not a good. You know why she likes not a good gamer? Because she was stationed over there, and she can understand. She understands him.
I'm gonna leave you for him.
You hear that, Dag? I'm sure you could get in here. Nag's great. Nag's great.
Yeah, next cool. We like to pick on each other. Are you talking about Bill? Bill's in here. Who are you talking
Yeah.
about?
I would say comedian Ohio Relic Hunter.
Oh,
Definitely.
there he is. There he
Yeah.
is. Yeah, Ohio Relic Hunter.
Jesse,
It was nice finally
my little
actually
buddy.
introducing each other to, because I've seen Bill at the Swank several times, and now that I see him, I can I'm like, yeah, I have seen you right next to me. Oh, you usually have a camera in your hand. And so he just,
Well, you know,
I'm here
here's the
every
thing.
Tuesday. We know, Bill. You're one of the hardcore diehards.
Right.
For sure.
And we
Hey, if you guys
appreciate
see
all
us-
of
If
you.
you guys see us out there, if you see us out there, you know, come on up and say hi. We're all right about that. I don't think none of us will freak out. Though I've seen that
Unless you
happen.
say, I'm your #1 fan.
Well, yeah, then I'm gonna run away. I'm out of here. But no, yeah, don't be shy about coming up and saying hi, introduce yourself.
Pardon me.
You know, I like all you guys in here, you know, I wish I know who you are, you know, I know who you are when you're in here, but out there, I don't know who you are, and it's always great to meet you. Yeah, yeah. I've probably met some of these people a couple times and not realized who they were because they introduced themselves as that, or did, hey, I'm so and so, like Cheryl and me, or is that Lamai?
Lemmy. Cheryl
Lemmy. Yeah.
It's Cheryl
Hi. Oh, Cheryl Ami.
Yeah, like hello, my friend.
No, we
Yeah,
don't
right,
care
right.
where. If you hear me in Menards and says, oh, that sounds like Ed in the Shed. Sure is. Come on, let's visit. Or you hear ToledoJess at the Crater of Diamonds.
Right.
Come up, say hi.
What do you want?
There was a truck driver that came onto a school we were building. He brought in our steel for the building, and I'm unloading him, and he goes, man, you sound familiar. And then by the time we had the thing unloaded, and someone came up to me talking about the calcite crystals, the dogtooth calcite we were finding in the 411s, and asked when I was gonna go prospecting again, and asked about the channel. He's like, "You're flashing your pan." I'm like, "Yeah." It's crazy, but it happens to you, so be prepared. Has it happened to you yet, Jeff?
No, I can honestly say nobody's recognized me from YouTube.
It will. I have no doubt it's happened to Rose. She's super famous.
No, we have not one single time have Angela or I been identified as a Treasure Vixen. Never happened.
It'll get there.
It will.
Yeah,
if it happens to someone like us, Rose, it will happen to you.
Yeah, especially it happened to me, and I didn't even have 100 subscribers on my YouTube channel, but they just knew me from this channel.
A coworker's uncle, he said, "Hey, check out this channel," and he started watching it, and then he gets hired in as a mechanic for the place I work at regularly. And when I got to meet him the first time, he did say, "I feel like I'm meeting a TV star," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm just a person, like I'm just a human." It was really, I hated hearing it. Yeah.
Yeah, just don't be shocked. Don't be. be aware,
Yeah.
you know, be aware, but you know, it will happen. It's all right for the most part.
Yeah.
Jonathan friend, hope you get better.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And God butcher. I think, did we get everybody? Did we miss
I think
anybody? Did
so.
we get?
I
Oh,
don't know.
you know who we missed? We missed our lurkers.
Oh, that our lurkers.
Welcome, lurkers.
Can't forget our lurkers.
Oh, we gotta have our lurkers. We know you're there because we see it in or Ed sees the numbers.
Yep.
We love our lurkers.
Yes, we love our lurkers. We love to talk to you too, but you know, that's fine.
We understand.
John Wolf is in the house.
Yeah. Can't wait to see John again. Last time I saw John, it was at Gold Rush days years ago.
3, maybe 4 years ago.
Yeah. And
maybe even longer.
Yeah, maybe even longer.
Been a while.
Can you see what I said, Dan?
Well, I know you are, David. I know you're a robot.
Yeah, I can see you, Dan. It helps if you tag me like you did just then. I'm scrolling back. What I miss?
I don't know.
And Olin, yes, you've been always here.
Yep.
I guess I missed it, Dan, but I see you. Don't really see what you saw, though.
I see him too.
Well, you said, did you see what I said?
Yeah, because you're just, if you don't type in chat, then people can't tag you. So since you haven't said anything, like I tried to tag you earlier, and
me?
Yeah, like in order to tag,
you have to be active.
Jess or Dano, you have to talk in the chat.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jess
There you go. Perfect.
Well, you're gonna try to make me do 2 things at once.
And hope she gets better soon. Okay.
Dennis Hedrick, what's
yes,
up?
Thank you.
Definitely gonna send healing vibes your way then. I do hope everything goes well.
Hope everybody is doing good. Just got news today that my daughter needs surgery on. She's 6 days in the hospital, 6 weeks home. Ooh. Everybody say prayers for Dan.
Absolutely.
Daughter.
The whole family.
Yeah, we got a question here. What's the best way to prepare a new pan for panty? Lots of ways.
Season a
But
pan.
typically,
Paprika. You season the pan.
Yeah.
What's the best way to season
I like using
pan?
all-purpose
Salt
barbecue.
and pepper, as Dano says.
I know, smart ass, but
no, but yeah, but
sand, gravel.
One more pan has a good one. Rub a bunch of gravel in it. Yep. That's what I do. You know, you can sit there, you can wash, and with your green scouring pad, that's all well and good. But you know what? Take it out to the creek, find a nice little sandbar with some rocks in it, and just swish it around. Swish it around. Just swish it around till it quits rejecting the water, until the pan itself will stay wet. And that way you get all them little nooks and crannies, rub it around. Yeah. Hell, you can even add a little Dawn soap to it too.
Don't be sorry, Dan. No worries, dude. No worries at all. Your daughter's more important than our show, and if we could, we'll stop right in the middle to wish someone well and say some positive thoughts and prayers for someone in a heartbeat, right, guys?
In a heartbeat. Well, we'll even stop in and say hi to latecomers. What up, Getty too?
Hey, Dennis Hedrick, how you doing? Hedrick.
But yeah, just some gravel. You don't need to really put scratches in it, although it don't really hurt, but
They help with
Yeah,
the
just
fine,
rub it up.
fine talcum powder gold, you know.
my best pan has dog bite marks in it. My dog started playing with it.
Good luck, Terry. Say hi to Nikki if you're still with them. Nikki and her other half. And Kiddo, of course.
And send us that
Anna.
opal when you're done. Send it on
Can't
this
forget
way.
about Tanner.
You know, it's just, it was like, it, because everything has a release, so yeah, you gotta clean it. But yeah, that'll do it. That'll season it up quick. That is, if you're working with a plastic pan.
Mhm.
I didn't ask what kind of pan, did we? We didn't ask because it could be a metal pan, and that's a different
If
process.
it's a metal pan, throw it in the fire.
Yeah, throw in the campfire.
It
Burn it
gets
up.
pretty colors that way too.
Oh yeah. And then take it in the water and rough it up with some material.
Right.
But definitely roast it.
Okay, we're neglecting our victim.
Okay.
So
Fine,
Jeff, you were a detectorist before you were a prospector. Is that correct?
That would be correct.
How long were you detecting? And
Well, about 8 years, but not all of those 8 were hard out hounding the ground. I wasn't out pounding it. It was just whenever you got a notion or had a moment to go out and play. I spent a lot of that time researching on, my area, on the history to go to the right places to look for treasure.
right.
I spent a lot of that doing a lot of research and going to the courthouse and pulling old maps and just doing my research because, I guess Bo taught me well when he said research is important, because if you're out detecting in just anywheres, you're not going to find the history if they weren't there to put it there. So
Bo as an aqua jigger.
yes.
Research.
That's
What
it.
he says.
Yeah,
It's
it's
kind of like Tony Dietz going drill for gold.
Or Jesse Mendez saying practice.
Yeah. Actually, Mountaineer Mike, exactly. Geological surveys, history books, town journals, town logs, conservation corps books and stuff, because they kept logs of everywhere they worked during that time.
Right. Even the old prospectors, some of their old diaries can help you out if you can get a hold of, some
But-
old
What other treasure hunting did you do before you got bit by the gold bug?
Before that, actually, it was shortly after I bought my detector that I bought a magnet to go magnet fishing.
Mhm.
But as Rose learned, it's not a great area around here where I live for magnet fishing. There's not a lot of spots like other areas.
It is, however, a great area of beauty and reflection and enjoying clean water.
Yeah.
Are there waterways a lot cleaner than do you
My
mean
area?
cleaner? Like sort of like where you were complaining about at the last not the last one, the one
The
before
first
that.
one. Yeah, well, the first one the Vixens went to, yeah.
That it was too clean around there. People didn't throw too much stuff over the bridges.
I have that problem around our house too, around our area. So we'll have to expand.
That's
People
surprising.
respect
You
those areas.
figured there'd be some guns in the water up there.
Everybody just keeps them around here.
They don't need to throw them away when they're done using them.
Well, they probably have like 5 right in hand's reach by them.
Right, Ed. The other Ed, historical aerials.
Make no mistake, when the officer stopped in at our location, he informed us that there had been a body dumped in that water. So we're not saying no crime. We're just saying people respect the water.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Well, you
There
know,
is
I
crime.
guess with the body, they say, oh, we're actually feeding the fish.
Right, right.
Don't forget, bodies are biodegradable, so.
Crawdads, fish, worms. And with guns, it's like, okay, that's going to rust and corrode and pollute the water, and we got to drink that, you know. So.
Yeah, they're more likely to toss a gun down an old cave or at it or something, you know. They'll not much, not in the waterway. They know too many people spend too much time in the waterways. I mean, and the water's not all that deep. So
Right, right.
it's pretty visible. You unless you know a good deep hole or a cave system or something, that's more than likely where you would find, for say,
Caves. Do you
criminal
do any
activity.
spelunking?
No, I really don't like being in too tight of a place, although I have been in some tight jams before.
Not that I wouldn't go, but it's not like something that I would strive to do.
Right, yeah.
I love spelunking. I love it.
See, we have a lot of cave systems around here, and you know, like one of our cave systems goes from the Tennessee side all the way up to Abingdon, Virginia. So
wow,
that's quite a few miles. I'd say 20 miles underground that you could just travel through the cave system.
Yeah, I like going in caves, you know, as long as I can keep looking up.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
You know.
It's the one where the floor's right here and the ceiling's up here. I don't like that much.
your chin's touching the floor and your top of your head's touching the ceiling. Yeah, no.
It's a little too tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Ruby and I went to Ruby Falls in Chattanooga. That was awesome.
Ruby
Been
Falls
there.
is beautiful.
Yep. Been up to the fort on that, what's that, tabletop? Rock City.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, we've been to Rock City. That was cool.
I got to take Rose and Angela and Mrs. JP and JP down, and the Bulldogs. Can't forget
and
about
the Bulldogs. Yeah.
Can't forget about the Bella and Waylon. We all went down to a waterfall that's close to my house. I ain't gonna say it's 5 minutes away. I mean, if you could drive all the way to it, yeah, it'd be 5 minutes away, but there's like an hour hike in between.
Not as the crow flies, right?
Yeah, it's about 5 minutes away. The crow
JP says it was not close.
I'm with JP on this. It was a 15-minute drive, and then I would say what,
an hour and a half hike.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's not bad.
Worth every second of it.
Yeah. It was rough on me and Rose because I was 3 weeks out of the hospital from having 3 broke ribs and a collapsed lung. And, you know, Rose is like, you can go on and leave me if you want to. And I was like, no, I need a break myself.
I'm just out of shape. That's there was no broken anything. I just was huffing it the whole way there.
Yeah. Well, we know that feeling. That's what it was like for us out in California, but it was a 2 to 2.5 hour drive first. And then an hour and a half or more.
It's the only place I know that Park Rat Pat has said that he had to go uphill both ways to get there.
Probably took him back to school days.
Yeah. I mean, back then, the kids, the 1800s cabin site that we approach going to the waterfalls, me and Pat went back and did some metal detecting there. And, you know, that's back in when the kids walked to school. And we're talking one-room schools that had maybe 12 to 15 kids in the whole school. You know, so all the kids walked there. So we were in.
So you found the schoolhouse?
Oh, yes, I know where the schoolhouse actually sits. It's no longer there, but you pass it on your way back there. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I'd be looking at that property.
There's
be
one we
detecting
can
that.
metal detect at my own little private Idaho, Jess.
Yeah.
I know where the schoolhouse once was. It's farm
Schoolhouses are
field
great
now.
for, yeah, schoolhouse is great for finding old coins and marbles, toys, right?
Marbles.
Oh yeah, marbles.
Not marbles.
No, not
Marbles.
marbles.
Marbles. Don't do that.
I see he puts all his lost marbles in a mason jar too.
Yeah.
I said hi to you. Now
That
go
one's
on.
actually full.
That one.
That one, yeah. There's multiples.
Well,
All the
that's cool
kids around
because
here played marbles back in the day, so those
Right.
are. I've even found the Indian clay marbles. I've got 2 of those that I've just
I
surfaced
grew up playing marbles myself. You know, that was the big thing, marbles.
Yeah.
And I'm finding all the marbles I've lost. But next week is open mic night, and I'm hoping there's going to be a guy going to be calling in about the great American marble hunt. I think it's American.
I'll have to tune into that.
There's I don't know. There's a whole community of modern marble makers. These guys make some awesome looking marbles. I mean, just unbelievable stuff. But they're doing a large giveaway. So if you want to hear about that, tune in next week and hopefully I'll get him to call in and we'll talk about it.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to say any more than that now because this is about you. But you brought up marbles.
Hey, that's something I'm interested in, you know. I mean, that's up my alley.
Yeah.
I've been collecting marbles the longest. I mean, I've been doing that since I was a little kid, finding them out in the dirt.
Everywhere I dig, I seem to find marbles. And that's always really cool. You know, hey, marbles are a treasure too. Some marbles are really worth a lot of money depending on, you know, their age, right? And their condition and everything else.
Cheryl collects handmade artist marbles.
Right. And that's a big community I've noticed. Get on Facebook and look up modern marbles or what was the other one? I belong to a few different groups. There's a vintage marble web page, Facebook page, talks about the old marbles. There's a lot of those guys are modern marble makers. Just really cool stuff. But they're doing a treasure hunt across the whole country. There's a bunch of them. They're putting out like $40,000, $30,000 worth of marbles. They're losing them with clues all over the place. They're losing them with clues. It's pretty awesome. You can find that page.
Yeah, one of my first hobbies was finding marbles and going out with Dad and finding arrowheads, Indian artifacts.
Oh yeah, arrowheads are awesome.
Walking the tobacco patches and cornfields and you know.
Cornfields is also okay. I'd like to find a cornfield.
A cornfield, yeah.
Dwayne Norvell. What's the craziest thing you found?
Is that metal detecting or
just open? Leave it
I
open.
guess leave it open, flat board.
Yeah.
Do you bottle or do you dump hunt and stuff too?
I do because, you know, I'm a heavy equipment operator, so I do, you know, I do like to bust open some old dumps and look for bottles. But to answer the question on the craziest thing, I've not really found much that's off the wall crazy, just maybe some of the Indian artifacts like the old tomahawk hatchet and stuff. Maybe the location that I found it was like crazy. You would have never thought to find it there.
That'd be a
why did you think you would find that there? I mean,
just out in the middle of the woods, just laying on top of the ground, you know. went to pick up a rock to throw it at the cow, and I had a hatchet in my hand. You know, that,
Well, you
that
know,
was probably the craziest thing that I've had.
the middle of nowhere hasn't always been the middle of nowhere either.
Right.
Just because it is now doesn't mean at some point there wasn't, somebody living there in that area. You had a bunch of people living there,
When
I
I
will
was
say,
going
though,
through your pictures earlier, Jeff, looking for something to use before you sent me that one,
Mm-hmm.
I noticed the machinery and stuff, so I kind of put that together. And I noticed a lot of pictures of like old log cabins and old log buildings, and some look like mills and other things. Are
Yeah.
those pictures you've taken of
Yes.
Appalachian ghost towns and old settlements and whatnot, mining towns or whatever?
Some of the cabin, well, the nicer looking cabins is from Rocky Mount Historical Site in Piney Flats, Tennessee, and we got to go in there and do some excavating and putting in sidewalks going from cabin to cabin. And we asked them, or should you call in somebody to make sure we're not tearing up any artifacts and stuff? And it's like, oh no, we've searched, we looked, we had metal detectorists out here. And I was like, okay, why, me and my keen eye sitting on the excavator, sitting there on the seat, and I roll this up out of the ground from that cabin
oh,
site.
Oh, a nice fort.
wow.
And that goes back to the 1700s, this site does. So
Oh.
it's,
There's your
and this was,
treasure porn, people.
Yeah.
Just the start.
Just the
surprise
start.
treasure porn.
I found that and these two old buckles just, while I was
Cool.
working there.
Oh, those are in great condition.
Nice.
But,
Yeah.
for a relic, yeah.
Yeah, that one's kind of deteriorating away a little bit. You can see it's not the full size all the way through, but they come out of the ground pretty well. They have been pretty well preserved there, but that was a site that I knew that nobody just hounds it or tears it up because
Right.
it's a historical site. It's not illegal.
Right.
So these were great surface finds. I mean, they weren't underneath the surface at first, but after I got done, they were on top. So
They worked their way up.
they worked their way up. Exactly. You're raking through with the garden rake, getting all the sod and stuff, clods busted up, and boom. Wow. Look what I got.
Orchid.
Yeah, they didn't check too much, did they? Huh? I
No.
don't think so, Dwayne.
Not to find something like that on that
Right.
surface area.
It's funny, like we're digging some ponds now to steal clay for a pad for a building. And I always tell the guys, if you see a nice sand seam, give me some samples, guys. Because at the last, I was running a dump truck, a big cat dump truck on one job when we were doing the pad, and about 12 foot deep, we found a 4-foot seam or a 4-inch seam, black sand. Boom. All the way around the pond. So I sampled, and unfortunately, my bucket was only like a gallon bucket. I didn't have more. I get to the job, and they're like, yeah, check this out. And I'm like, ooh, bucket. And just in that little bucket, I found like 250 specs. And I'm like, cool. And they're like, oh, we can start a mine. And I'm like, I don't know how feasible a 4-inch pay layer would be with 12 foot of overburden of silt and clay over it, I don't think the owner of the construction company would like that too much.
Yeah, it probably costs way more than you'd actually be able to pull out.
Oh yeah, way more, way more.
It'd be fun doing.
It was fine,
Yeah.
fine. But we always joke around. I'm like, instead, why don't we talk her into grub staking us, and we go to Alaska. I'll work on doing a TV show out of it. Hey, producers, we got a pitch for you. Construction company heads to Alaska. You know, look out, Todd Hoffman.
Yeah, stand back. Oh, that one place I was telling you about, that marble place, it's called Black Market Marbles. Really like, really cool place. If you're into marbles, it's a cool place on
Awesome.
Facebook.
So, how long have you been prospecting? Gold prospecting.
Gold prospecting.
And how'd you get bit?
I would say it's been about 2 years now, gold prospecting. How did I get bit? Well, Reg Lab, me and him had been talking because, over at Dan Hurd's on Sunday mornings, me and Reg got talking, and we started conversation back and forth. And next thing he's like, hey, check out this channel. And that channel just so happened to be old Dennis Dayton.
Everybody.
And he was doing one of his Saturday night giveaway chats, that he used to do.
Right.
Where you could get entered, $10 get you an entry spot for a gram of gold. After so many entries, he'd throw in another gram.
Right.
He would have multiple draws. Well, that's where the bug bit me, because I won on $10. I got a gram of gold for $10 that night, and it just flooded from there. And Terry Briner too. He's a guilty as charged as well. We now call him Grease Monkey Prospecting. So
okay.
He's a big reason why I'm into this bitten by the gold bug. But yeah. And then, it sort of led on up to one night I was over at Dennis's, and JP stopped by and was like, hey, I got a live going, drop on over. And I was like, done deal. So I've got to visit JP's bar and hang out in the chat with all the guys. And then, during COVID, all that, you couldn't go nowhere. So you were stuck at home. There wasn't nobody to drink with, and that just seemed like so much logic, right? Hey, I got all these people I can hang out with and have a drink, and we can release some, just build up aggression. We're stuck at home.
Right.
And and 6 months went by, and JP's like, call in. So I called in, nervous, crazy, just never been on a live anything before. I was nervous as crap. And next thing
we all go through that.
Next thing you know, here it is. He's like, well, why don't you come to the birthday bash? Well, I went to a birthday bash, and then it's like, hey, start a YouTube. So here I am today, hanging out with you guys, got my own channel. It's going fairly good. I'm up to like 324 subscribers. So I'm nothing big, but
collaborations with the Treasure Vixens and JP.
Oh yes, that's the whole benefit of all this. It's not the YouTube channel. I don't get anything from the YouTube channel except some awesome friends, great relationships. I mean, that's the biggest treasure of all.
Totally agree.
I've got to hang out with Rose over here, Angela, the JPs, Clark's Detective,
Dano, Jesse, Rose.
Yep.
Yeah, so Clark's Detecting,
I see,
Rat Pat.
Right, I see Grease Monkeys and Prospectors in the house.
Yeah, Dennis Hedrick and this FBI girl. They're awesome, great people.
Adventure, Gold Monkey. What's up, Sam?
Chef V.
Yeah, they're
HD. Yeah, HD Shovelhead.
Oh yeah.
Benzo
Brewer.
Gold.
Oh yeah.
The opportunities have been mind-boggling for sure, man.
And we can't forget our brother Heavy. Oh, Heavy Meadow.
Oh,
We can't
Heavy.
forget Colin.
That reminds me, I gotta guard my. Never mind.
Yeah, we can't say that here tonight. He was wearing it out on my show.
You really should have been over at Jeff's live stream last night. You would have known what we're talking about.
That's right, guys. That's you'd have known. I think it went on for 30 minutes, you know.
Oh, Heavy's a great guy. He's told you he almost ended up floating on the river, on the creek, on his bed, right?
Well, if he tries what he said he was going to do last night, I guarantee he'll be floating down the river at Flash Bash.
Well, didn't he leave the circle? Wasn't it Heavy who left the circle and went to bed when we were all around the campfire?
He said he was going to the bathroom and he'd be right back.
Yeah, and he never came back. And oh, the guys were, I swear they were gonna take him out of his tent and put him in the creek. Oh, a keen prospector, you know. I think JP and the Mrs. JP were even involved with that. It was a bunch of us late at night. And
Yeah, he
good
wouldn't have
times.
noticed no difference.
Hey, wonder where that guy is. Probably working in his family bar right now, huh? It's gonna
Probably.
be good. Gonna be good seeing Heavy. I'm just gonna have be careful.
You might need some bodyguards around. Oh, mercy.
Drunk hazing, pretty much, Chef. Pretty much.
But yeah, I've met a lot of great people due to YouTube, and you know, this is not only just on YouTube, but in a personal level, at you know, in person. You know, that's awesome.
Oh, I totally agree with you. The best thing about YouTube for me so far is the relationships that have blossomed out of it. You know.
Right, and the opportunity to travel too because of that.
True.
You know,
So,
we've gone places we probably had we not been doing this show, probably would have never gone to.
True.
Not the way we went, anyways. I mean, you know.
Right. It's opened up doors, and this channel's nothing. It's no huge channel like Aqua Jigger or Pioneer Polly or Dan Hurd or Chris Bogas or Bogus Buddy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and geez. But it's cool. I love the lifestyle. Love the lifestyle.
Yeah, so, but you guys can help us by liking and sharing. I should hit the like button too. I'm talking about it.
And you two are such great hosts, Jeffrey. Smith's Gold. Yeah. One day. I'm so envious of our brother Dano because he's going to be at Tim's Nugget Hunt in July.
Right.
Back in the mother lode.
That's always fun.
It's
13 days in the mountains. Gone. No reception. No nothing.
Wow, that means you won't even be able to get on Facebook that you're not even on.
I don't have Facebook. You know that.
I know. You won't be able to get on it if you wanted to.
It sucks.
Yeah.
We're being asked if there's any more treasure porn.
Actually, there is, and it fits right in my hand. So
Ooh.
this here is
Wow.
a detecting find, and this was back in the beginning when I first bought the metal detector. Really didn't know, really wasn't comfortable with the detector yet. I'll put it that way. I had learned enough to know what I was doing, but wasn't comfortable.
But not enough
And
to know what you were doing, right?
exactly, more or less. Yeah. It's like, I'm gonna get out here and swing this thing, see what we find. So I went to the local park, that right next to the high school that I graduated from, which has a huge dam, but no water on either side. It was built and then abandoned because they figured out that the cave systems wasn't going to allow the water to back up. So there's a huge dam there, and at the top of the dam next to the high school is an old house that they now use for the Parks and Recs building. And I was just touring around in the backyard, swinging the detector, coming up from where they used to have a little garage in the backyard up to the back of the house. And lo and behold, let's see, we have a Civil War infantry button.
Nice.
One piece with the shank. Oh,
Very
My
cool.
goodness.
with the shank on the back.
Yeah, see it.
So that was the whole reason I got into detecting, was to find Civil War artifacts. Because I live here in Virginia, and you could pretty much guess how much Civil War activity we had here. Two major conflicts, just a town above and a town below towards the Tennessee side, that were pretty big battles, skirmishes, I believe they call them. But so there was a lot of activity and a lot of footwork from the Civil War soldiers, both sides here in my area. So that's one reason. And then, of course, watching Aquachigger get down in the river and pull out full muskets and bayonets and
Right.
bullets, you've all seen his stuff, but that's what, I was dead set on finding. And lo and behold, my first 6 months out detecting, I already had a Civil War infantry button. So that's some of my good treasure porn, I guess you'd call it.
Nice.
Sometimes you get lucky, huh? You get lucky.
Do you know who Matt Howell is?
All right, is he the mine? I believe so, Ed. I believe
He's from Virginia.
Works for
Gone
Blue Ridge
digging.
Mining Company.
Gone digging. He's a metal detectorist and a river hunter, and he digs a lot of fire pits and stuff at Civil War camps and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I believe so.
Yes, gone
I suck
digging
at names.
mainly. Yes.
But I think I was supposed to go detect with him with HD Shovel Ed and Mike from M&M Prospecting.
Right.
I believe that's the correct name that we were supposed to meet up with, but that trip kind of got sidetracked due to weather earlier this year.
Summer, dude.
That weather.
Yeah,
Flipping weather. I swear.
I'm telling you.
They have weather again, Ruby. What? It's so bad. One day we had my granddaughter's school called up and said they canceled school that day
Because of
for
weather. Do you believe
weather.
it? Weather.
I looked outside. It was bright and sunny. Yeah, it was chipped. It was cold, but it was bright and sunny. But
that
they
weather,
closed
it was definitely weather.
Yep, it was weather.
Definitely weather.
Weather sucks.
Oh, it's too hot. Oh, it's too cold. Too windy. Too foggy. Too rainy.
Too dry. Too humid out. That weather. Well, that one year we had the what was that? The polar vortex was messing with our climate change, with our climate heat, with our what was it? Our heat wave. The polar vortex was messing with our heat wave.
Global warming?
Yeah, with our global warming, that's what it was. Screwed up our global warming. This is why this
Doggone polar
show is so
vortexes.
crazy, Jeff.
Oh, I tell you, I'd love to find something Civil War related, but only
Well,
way I
yeah.
could do that is like in Ohio Relic Hunters area. They had some kind of Civil War Rangers or whatever that rode up and down the Ohio River. Rogers Rangers, or Bill, help me with that. I'm sure he'll say something in the room. It's called weather because it's weather or not. The weatherman is right.
Yeah.
I guess our neck of the woods would be more of the War of 1812 stuff.
Right.
Jeff.
There would be a lot of yeah. What is it? Who we fight there? The French?
English, I believe.
English and the French?
Probably,
I don't know.
maybe.
And the Indians.
Yeah, there were a lot of Indians that fought for the British and the French, I believe,
Right.
in the War of 1812. Had it from both sides, I guess. Both sides.
Yep.
So if you, Rose,
Yes.
your trademark question.
Oh,
Wait,
here's
yeah.
the drilling.
Yeah. All right. So, listen, we have no limitations here. We have no budget. Okay. The sky is the limit. Let's name the 3 places you would choose to treasure hunt. And you can choose different types of treasure hunting if you want to. You know, if you want to pan here and magnefish here and detect here, where are your 3 places you're going?
Number 1, Australia.
Oh,
Number 1 on my bucket list,
Oh
definitely.
yeah.
is that
If
for the
I-
gold?
Gold, to
Opals?
metal detect and the
Yeah.
pan, and just get the gold, get that shiny.
Yep.
That's number 1, and that would be my favorite out of most. But my second would have to be over to the UK to find me a
Yeah.
coin hoard. I want to be on the newspaper saying I found that right there. Yeah.
That just constantly blows me away. Go to England to find Roman coins.
Yeah, Roman, Celtic. I mean, I was over at She Digs It's channel earlier today, and they were going over the coin hoard that what was his name, that he found it back in 2019. But I mean, they found like 300 and some coins.
Right.
Wow.
I think it 323 or something like
Those
that.
are the ones that were found in that jar.
Don't know if there was a jar involved, but I didn't see anything of a jar, but they were showing some of the detailed digging and fine picking at the dirt, and the archaeology stuff side of it, finding all kinds of stuff that was just that would be just mind-blowing to get that early in time on a find, and they do it all the time over there. I'm proud to find a Civil War button 150 some years ago.
Yeah.
They're sitting here pulling out
Romans
and around Christ's timeline. I mean, just wow. It blows my mind, all the stuff they get to find.
Right.
So that would be my second choice. And third choice would just be like travel the US and hit all the states. I mean, I know that one's more logical and more possible to do in the future. So that's probably it'll be the one that happens. But you know, it's just there's so many rich places here that has history as well that, you know, finding any history is I'm up for it any day.
Are you talking about the hoard with like 10,000 Roman coins in it?
No, this one had like 320 some coins. I'm drawing a blank. I mean, I was just watching it too.
I would love to. I've traveled a lot of the states, but I love to just travel. That's kind of like my end goal, Jeff, is become a mobile and gypsy and use memberships I have in places I know and head south in the winter and elsewhere during the summer and prospect and enjoy history and natural wonders. But I'm with you on Australia. I'd love to go there. Go sniping in Tasmania with like Brad or Tazzy T or Dave. Is Dave still alive? Dave Buckle still even alive? Or go sniping with Levi? Then head over to the main island of Australia. And
I seen Dave on a live stream about 6 months ago, but
I haven't seen him in a while. Also,
I was over at Ray's after party on Zoom with Mr. Lodak, and he popped up for a little bit and hung out. But that's been like 6 months ago, though.
That's about when he was last time we saw him here, wasn't it?
Yeah, about 6 months ago.
I
know he's. I can't say much because he wasn't able to yet, but he was filming for a TV series. So him and Levi and some other guys were on like some TV show they were filming.
Cool.
From what I don't understand, they didn't quite do their pilot yet, and I haven't talked to him since.
Brian, what's up, Brian? We're not doing a giveaway. Quit the numbers. You lose.
No pants.
Yeah, I know he was having a hard time, Jeff.
Yeah.
Some stuff happened in his life which is personal, and that's the way it's gonna stay.
Yeah, I didn't want to mention anything about that.
Yeah, but I know he also was doing some filming for a TV series too. How far that got off the ground, I don't know.
He's a live wire, though. That's all you can say about it. He's a live wire.
He is that.
Yeah.
He is that.
Okay, Jeff, I got a question for you. We're going to do another no limitations, no expectations here. But you can't name people you've already met up with. And you can't name Flash in Your Pan because we already know that's going to happen. Let's name 3 people that you would love to collab with.
Two Toes, Jeff, Smith Gold. Yeah, those 2 are on my bucket list, right?
They're awesome people right there, I'll tell you now. I don't care. Gary's very well lurking right now.
Yeah.
Smith's Gold in here, but even if they weren't here, I'd be saying this exact same stuff. They're 2 great guys, awesome hosts, and listen to what they have to tell you about the ground they work.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I watched.
Pay attention to Two Toes. Well, he listen to everything he's telling you because he will tell you.
And I'll give you $100 if you can keep up with that old man on a mountain.
I'm not even going to try. I mean, I'm used to these mountains, but
good luck.
I'm not even going to try on now.
Hey, heavy metal detective, what's up?
Colin,
He knew we were talking about him.
Manly
you
Dirt
know.
Fishing, thanks for the super chat. Thank you.
Yeah, there's another channel that's got a major giveaway going right now. Is that mainly dirt fishing?
Yes, right.
Look
You
at
got a
that.
giveaway going on. Yeah, you go to, he's got a video out, go to the video and follow the instructions and you could win something. I don't
Yeah,
know what it
he's
is.
got
And
a
if
nice
you're
giveaway
not yet subscribed to him or Brewer's Prospecting, head
Right.
over to their channel, check them out.
Yeah, because I do a live stream every Monday night, guys, at 9 o'clock. And every Monday there is a giveaway. Every
Oh
Monday.
yeah, what kind of stuff do you talk about?
We talk, sometimes I have guests on and do interviews, sort of like you guys do, but not on the same level. We sometimes
Better, I
do.
hope.
Yeah, geez.
Who's to say on that now? I won't
Right.
say. You'll just have to drop by and check it out.
Well, I can do that.
But
Let's see,
yeah,
what's on Monday night? Nothing.
you know, we
Nothing
try to
on Monday
grow.
night.
We try to grow some smaller channels when they come in. You know, if they're you know below 150, we make sure we shout them out, give them a little support. We try to help build the community, and community is key, because without that, none of us are anything, you know. So we support that 100% here at Brewers Prospecting. So
Absolutely.
we're always looking to help out the community.
All right, let me give out a few little shout outs here to like our buddy Thomas Folks. What's up? Partridge family.
We'll be seeing
Yep.
Thomas Folks at Flash Bash.
WY
Partridge
Gold,
family,
what's up,
Jeremy,
buddy?
good to see you.
WY.
Why Gold, Rob, I was watching Prospectors Radio the other night, and know what I missed sitting next to Scotty? I missed Rob sitting next to Scotty and next to Mini Me and Manny and what's the other mannequin's name? Mimi, Manny, and Minnie.
Manny and Mimi. No, Manny and
but Rob has escaped the confound.
Blip, blip, blip.
Bleep, bleep,
Confines.
bleep, 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 bleep.
Con-
Yeah, he's
The cage.
escaped. He's escaped from Swifty, and I guess he got sick of being in the closet with Manny, except for on show nights. I don't know, but
He has made his grand escape, though.
right. Yeah, so
Confines.
Two Toes,
Right.
great guys. Smith's Gold, great guys.
Yeah, that was 2. I didn't get the third one.
Because I interrupted like a bad host.
Yeah.
Bad Ed, bad.
Well, I would love to go up to BC and do some rock hounding or gold prospecting. So I would have to throw moto mining in there for one.
Yeah, awesome.
Andy Thorax is number 2 on that one.
There's a few on the north of the border, and you've named 2 of them.
And Dan, of course, you know, just to get on the picture stone claim, you know. I need a piece
Those
of that
are
picture
beautiful stones. But, you know, there's Sibo from Canadian Gold Mining and Reg and
That's such an unfair question, Rose, because
Yeah,
Paulie,
I would definitely,
you know, you
make sure
and
to meet with Cheryl
definitely
and me.
Andy Thrax.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah, Andy would be you could learn so much from Andy, or I could. I mean, like I said, I've only been into prospecting for 2 years.
Yeah, everybody learns from everybody, though. Even the old timers, can learn something new. You know, there's always more to be learned. There's always more information out there. There's always new things to try. So we can learn from each other.
Yeah, and I'm big on continuing education. You know, that's huge in my part. That comes more along the lines from being in the fire department and being EMT. So
Always
you always got to
learning.
continue that education.
Always learning.
Continuing your education and what you're doing, most definitely, but at the same time, you need to expand that to the younger generation, to the younger people, which is what we like to do also. You know,
We do.
involve the young kids.
Start them
Always.
young.
Always.
So yeah, we that's another thing we push too. That and you know, cleaning the planet and all that good stuff.
Yep.
You know, we try to be stewards of the planet as best we can.
It's our
Yeah.
responsibility,
Jim?
guys. It's our responsibility.
And teach the next generation.
And
mean-
Always
someone
leave it better than you
throw,
find it.
someone throw Jeff's link out there, or type in the room, Jeff. Have I made you a moderator? You've been on you've been on open lines before.
No, I don't believe I am, Ed.
Well, do me a favor, type in the room. Please. He's
Good night,
like,
Deej.
I am,
Have a good
Ed,
night.
be
Get
patient.
rest easy, Deej. We'll see you soon.
There you go.
There you go. Said
No,
hello.
I haven't. But that's pretty much how you become a moderator. You've been on the show.
Oh, okay.
And
Or you
that way you
always
could throw out your link. You know, we're all about promoting channels and YouTube and our lifestyle, any type of treasure hunting. But we're not a sub channel.
right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Looks
Yeah.
like Mr. Lodak took care of us there.
Yes, he's on the ball.
oh yeah,
Jim's
that's
always
why
on the ball.
he's the world's greatest
he-
moderator.
That's right.
Right. And he's a
that's
big
right.
part of this show, believe it or not. He's behind the scenes, but he's a big part of it.
Look, if you've been here
So-
more than once, you know what he does. You know what, you know
Yeah.
what he does for the show.
And if you ever got on the wrong side of him, you know how quick he is. So I noticed one of our buddies, Jerry from out west, took the AU twins out for the weekend.
Yeah, I saw that. Wonder how they were.
I don't know.
Jerry,
Uh,
I haven't
scary,
watched the video.
scary for him, I think.
It might have been scary for Jerry. Yeah, it might have. I haven't seen the video, so
I haven't watched the video yet. I saw the thumbnail for the. I'm gonna sit down and watch this here.
it's so
Well, that's
hard
good.
to.
That's good because he's getting back out again.
But yeah, he had a bit of a hiatus.
Yeah,
Hyenas.
a hiatus. Well, that sounds like a personal problem. Do you mean a hiatus?
Yeah, ain't that what I said?
No,
You
it's not
said
what you
hiatus.
Must have been something the heavy metal detective typed in the room, I swear.
Ed was just reading it.
Oh, okay.
All right, Jeff. Being, you know, in the Appalachian Mountain area, being in the foothills, do you have any spooky stories for us? Any supernatural, any strange encounters of the, you know, unworldly kind?
Bigfoot.
Me personally, I've never experienced none, but there has been the what do they call it? I guess the Bigfoot hunters, you know,
Yeah.
they actually came here and was less than 15 minutes away from the house looking for the Sasquatch. So, and that was on regular TV. So it was a YouTube video that went viral, and then they got interested and come and did a show about 5 years ago.
Any
Here.
strange sounds then? I mean, with it being that close, have you heard anything weird? Or what about like lights from up above, you know?
Aliens. I'm not saying
Well,
it's aliens.
right, but even
They-
as you know, Rose, and you've been here before at night, and you've looked up and seen all the stars in the sky is just plain as
Yeah.
day. I have never really seen anything in the sky to think other than man-made. So
Well, UFOs doesn't mean that it's not man-made. It's
right,
just
right.
unidentified. It could be of this earth, but just unidentified, you know, or it could be aliens. Who knows? It's hard to imagine. It's hard to imagine we're the only intelligence in the whole universe. I mean, when you, especially when you consider we're like on the outer edges, you know, supposedly on the outer edge of an outer edge of an outer edge.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that, but I have personally not experienced anything
Right.
like that, though. You know.
Now, are there any legends back
Oh,
there about like dogmen or bushmen or things
Nah,
that bump in the night?
just what they call around here called the wood booger, and that's your regular Yeti, or Sasquatch, whatever you want to call him.
Okay.
So what about any old lost treasure legends? Have you ever looked at anything around your area? Well, where there might be a stash of, Confederate gold or
There's
things like that. Maybe some bank robbers robbed the bank and on his getaway got rid of it.
Yeah, there actually is a few folklores of some buried treasure on Clinch Mountain that runs by the river down here near my house, but that's such a vast area and hard to travel. I mean, you've got rattlesnakes and copperheads to contend with.
Yeah.
Mountain lions, black bears, you just don't go digging around and poking your hands in places here in the mountains.
Right. Good old boys and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, we got plenty of packs of coyotes and stuff, so
right.
There is a few of those stories, but there's not enough detail to really go off of to point you in a.
So there's nothing like wrong turn or something where you.
Yeah, I mean, you could go up a holler and never come back from it. Or end up squealing like a pig or something,
Don't cross the purple lines.
But yeah, nothing definitive enough to make you want to go out and really search hard for it. It's nothing like the Lost Dutchman's mine or anything.
Right. Well, I'm not just talking about old, legends like that.
Confederate gold or anything. Are you anywhere near wasn't it Virginia and Kentucky line where the Hatfields and McCoys are?
Yeah, that's about an hour and a half away to 2 hours over there towards that area. And it gets rougher mountainous area and a lot more hilly back in that area in the coal mine, in the cold fields area.
Okay.
Straight sheer bluffs, that you can't travel across, you have to go around. So it takes a lot longer to get somewheres in that area than the way the crow would fly, to say. Yeah. But we do have a lot of fossils and stuff around. Go out and find.
But it's really cool that you also have a lot of ghost towns around too. That to me is interesting.
There's a few, there's not many. Usually every town is occupied.
Yeah.
What's suffering the most is where they shut down the coal production in the back counties here in Virginia.
Right.
That's all they lived off of. I mean, that's coal mining towns.
Right.
And now they're really suffering because they shut the mines down. So they have converted to putting in ATV trails and UTV trails to bring in revenue to the towns. And that's about the only way they're surviving right now, is doing stuff like that.
Huh.
Where all the other, or they're driving so far just to come out and get a job.
Doesn't like the second oldest river in the world run through Virginia? Ain't that the New River?
The New River, and it flows backwards.
Yeah.
It's one of 3 in the world.
Flows north, right?
Yeah. And that there's a lot of Civil War activity around that river as well.
Yeah, it's a real ancient river too. It's said to be like the second oldest river in the world or something like that.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, audience.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about
No
the
idea.
age, but I know it's one of 3 that flow backwards.
Thank
So,
you, Andy. You're part of that group too. Part of the Flash fam. Got Andy from the Lost Boys Recovery.
Lost Boys.
Andy, are you a Peter Pan fan or something? Or that was also a vampire movie too, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Thank you
Lost
for
Boys.
bringing that out. That was a little shout out to the ladies and loving the Lost Boys. So, yep.
It wasn't a bad vampire movie either.
It was good. You know what? The gents could enjoy it, and the ladies loved it.
Yeah.
There was one hot looking vampire lady on there. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, she was
Yeah.
like half vampire. She hadn't made it to vampire yet, but she was gorgeous for sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
didn't she have to actually drink
Right.
from a feed to become a full-blown vampire and didn't yet?
That's right. Yeah, because she resisted the urge, you guys. Love that movie. Sorry.
Yeah, she was Mr. Lodak, Jeremy. But
It was a good looking cast in general.
Who played in it? I didn't see them. I'm joking, Rose. I'm joking.
That's good because I honestly couldn't tell you. I was just like a whole bunch of hot guys and pretty people, you know?
whatever. Yeah, it was a good movie. We'll let you go on that, Andy. It paints a better picture than Peter Pan's Lost Boys. So.
What's my next question, Rose?
What's the most scariest situation that you've come across when you've been out and about in the beautiful mountains of Virginia? What's the most scariest thing that ever happened?
I guess just the things that make noise at night when you're in the total dark woods, you know, but there's not a lot around here.
Yelling in the background.
Or I was gonna say no neighbors getting upset that you were around, you know, maybe you were on a property you didn't realize you were trespassing on, and then, you know, you get a gun pointed in your face, anything like that.
No, that wouldn't happen because they would get one back.
Neighbors
You know better than that.
Yeah.
You know better than that, Rose.
No, I mean, you know what I was gonna say, it's all your neighbors are too stinking nice too, you know what I'm saying? You're lending boats out to each other and helping each other with recovery issues, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you know, in somewheres where you've lived for 45 years in this community, everybody knows you.
Yeah, you were
they
born
might
and
not.
bred in that area, weren't you?
Yes, yes.
So,
So, I mean, if they don't know me, they know me as a little kid when I was running around with dad all the time. So that gets me a lot of permissions that most people couldn't achieve in general, is that one fact alone. But yet, like you said, everybody's so nice. And if you approach them in the right way, it's not a problem to get permission. So I've never really trespassed. Now, I might have while I was hunting for say, but yet they don't live in the immediate area, so nobody was really there to catch it.
Yeah.
Usually the way it goes.
Exactly. But when you've lived here for so long, you kind of know every animal sound and every bird. There's not much that you wouldn't recognize at night, except what scares me is being surrounded by a pack of coyotes at night. That's got to be the worst feeling I've ever had, because one of them sounds like 5 of them, 6 of them sounds like 20 of them. I mean,
Then they always sound like they're all around you.
yeah.
Like
That's
you're completely encircled, which you probably are.
Yeah, I was gonna say you are if you're at that point. Yeah.
I back in the beginning, when I was detecting, I found it more comfortable being out at night metal detecting. I know that looks suspect, but you have permission, but yet it's so much cooler in the summer. You're not sitting there dripping sweat or spending time cooling down in the shade. You get to just go. Because here in the mountains, it cools down so much at night, even during the summer, that it's pretty enjoyable and pleasurable. So those situations where you got one ear covered and one ear open, just listening for things around you, that gets a little spooky, but nothing from another world or from another dimension, nothing like that.
Not
At
yet.
least not that you know of.
Not
Right?
yet. Yeah. I mean, it could always happen.
yeah.
When I feel somebody tugging on my finds bag and there's nobody around, I might say I have just had a scary experience.
For sure. All right. Well, what kind of plans do you have for your channel?
Well, I'm hoping to grow it. Of course.
Everybody's wish.
Yeah. But I'm comfortable with the rate that I'm growing right now. I have quality over quantity.
Exactly.
And that's what you want.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
Organic, quality.
Yeah, so I would say I would like to grow it and get out more and do more collabs, which this weekend I will be going out collabing. And Rose might be there, definitely.
There's no might. It's 100%. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be at Flash Bash, guys. Going to be there.
But
are both of you coming to Flash Bash?
Yeah, we're both on the roster, sir. Treasure Vixens in tow. Not next weekend. Not Memorial Weekend, Jeff. Sorry, it's just a Rose Briggs thing. But Flash Bash is a Treasure Vixen thing.
Oh.
Yeah, you're on the crew. You're listed as crew on the roster.
That's right. Yeah, we're a part of that. Okay.
You have work to do.
But yeah, I'm getting to head out to do a little gold prospecting this coming weekend with a lot of great friends and family. Some more family than friends, but just getting to reunite with everybody that I got to hang out with at the JP birthday bash last year. And we get to do a Memorial Day dig and just hang out and have fun together. That's one of the biggest things that I'm looking forward to. That's definitely on the roster. And I like to get some people here to my area and take them out, metal detect and magnet fish, and just show them the area or whatever they want to do. I do that regularly, quite a bit. So we've had a couple of those where I had the JPs Dennis Hedrick, Robert and Melissa from Clark's Cove Detecting. We all ganged up and went out and did a little metal detecting hunt. So there'll be some more of that coming up here on my channel in the future. And just trying to get, it's a job just trying to get people to interview sometimes to get them scheduled, sort of like you, Ed.
Yeah.
I schedule out quite far unless I'm in a frantic looking for someone else. Next week is Open Line Tuesday, and this past 3 months or so, I've had too many Open Line Tuesdays. So I appreciate you coming in at such short notice, Jeff.
Sure,
Oh,
yeah, for
it's
sure.
like I said
absolutely.
earlier, it's an honor, brother. I mean, it's an honor to be here amongst all you guys. So I'm happy to be here.
We ain't nobody.
I'm not either. So.
We're just a little YouTube.
The honor's ours.
That's right.
I
mean,
there was a question by Mr. Lodak for you in particular, Jeff.
Okay.
If how much wood could woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Well, he would only chuck a chuck.
There you go, Mr. Lodak.
I don't know. Is he left-handed or right-handed?
Darn woodchucks, quit chucking my wood.
That's right.
Oh.
Oh, that's a bummer, Brian. You gotta go to work for Discovery Channel. That's terrible. So he's not gonna make the flash pass.
Oh man,
With
yeah,
or without
bummer,
his dance.
dude. Yeah, bummer.
Oh, you can go there late, cameraman.
They'll wait for you, man. They'll wait for you.
They'll have to.
Right? Well, we can't start the season. We don't have our best cameraman, Brian. Only cameraman on Discovery without a British accent.
Yeah, Brian, you know what? Just come to Flash Bash. The Vixens could use a cameraman for that weekend. So come on.
Yeah, we could use one.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, come on down.
Then we could be big time like Dennis Dayton and some other guys. We have our own cameraman.
Heck yeah.
I see another question in chat here from Ohio Relic Hunter. What detector do I use? And do I deal with the Virginia red clay? Yes, I do. Unfortunately, I do. But I use the AT Pro. So it's always done me well. I mean, I've had no problems with it. It works well with the soil. Been running it now for roughly 9 years. So
Cool.
Do you find many like Aboriginal artifacts and stuff around there?
There's a lot of Indian artifacts, yes. You can find stuff back to the 1700s. It's just not going to be in the best condition due to the soil type around here. It's real acidic. So
Right.
it really eats at it pretty hard. So it's pretty roached out if you find anything from that time period.
You said you arrowhead hunt too, don't you? Didn't you?
Yes. Any plowed field, I will get out there and walk it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And see, we have a lot of cornfields down here next to the river where I live, and you can go miles and miles and miles and be in the same field right in the bottom of the river. So you're right beside the water, right next to a mountain. So yeah, there's lots and lots of artifacts from the Indians there.
You find a lot?
Yes, I do.
Dwayne, Jeff, what all have you pulled out of the water magnet fishing?
Old farm bumpers, farm truck bumpers, let's see, sign
Switches,
poles.
cauldron. Yeah.
Part of old cast iron pots. What did you call those light pole things?
Stripper poles.
Not the
Stripper
stripper
poles?
pole, the
Oh.
light pole things.
Insulators?
P-hooks.
P-hooks.
Oh.
The
Yeah,
P-hooks.
P-hooks. Yep.
Yeah.
For climbing up the poles?
Yeah. Because you imagine we've got all the power and utility lines that cross the river from side to side on poles. So
Rock
Your head out of the
Butcher.
gutter, Rose.
Do you
Your
get
head out of the gutter, Rose. With the stripper pole thing.
Sorry. We have one too. It was the same trip.
yeah.
You know, stripper poles, P-hooks.
Well, I was gonna ask you if you guys found any pleasure toys since you were magnet fishing with Rose.
right, right.
Not on that
They
trip.
always seem
Not-
to find the pleasure ones.
Were they really yours, Rose? Tell the truth.
No, it's a great listen. I wish I could tell you they were ours, you guys. I wish you could, because it would be less disgusting. It would be less disgusting, but they were not. The giant bag of pleasure wands that we found were a stranger's bag, which really was like we were holding down the gag on that, and then the push dagger.
Oh,
None of them are ours, yeah.
That one thing you showed, that.
The pocket device. That actually, how crazy is it that we right down from a prison? That's the craziest part of it, is that like did somebody
not
leave that
really.
there for a buddy? You know, they leave it like, oh, my friend's getting out of jail, I gotta leave him a present. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, guys.
You don't want to know the backstory on that one.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a backstory too.
All right, we have a question for you, Jeff, from Rock Butcher. Do you ever come across any copper tools like they find up in Northwest Ontario?
No, I have not. Not to say that it's not here to be found. I have just not found any yet. The only tools that I have found are still stone tools.
And a fork.
And oh yeah, the fork and the spoon.
Yeah, but that's colonial, right?
Yes, yeah, that's colonial. That's not quite old enough, period, but no, not really, because most towns around here, there's a lot of stuff covered up by pavement now that you'll probably never get to search under.
Right.
But
Until they redo the road or sidewalk.
I'm just hoping my next pit down in the river bottom, where I'm getting my Indian heads from, will produce something copper. You know, a copper Indian head would, or you know, this where they used to take the old copper pots and shape them and fix them to be arrowheads on their arrows. That would be awesome. But I have yet to find a place that has that timeline yet.
What?
Oh, I just seen it.
Jeff finds a colonial, finds Rose, finds a colonial one.
We're gonna say.
Oh,
We're
my
gonna say.
goodness.
We're magnets for trouble.
Hey, you know, sometimes the treasures find you.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, Now, in some of them pictures you were going through earlier, Ed, with those old cabins. Now,
Yeah.
the other old cabins that are back surrounded by wood area, that's real close to my house here. That's sort of on the same property where we went to the 1800 cabin site and down to the waterfalls that I took Rose and Angela and the JPs and the Bulldogs to. So
Okay.
that's about a 800-acre tract there of this one family that's really close to me that I grew up around, and I have sole permission to be back in there. Not to my knowledge of anybody else supposed to be back in there detecting.
Nice.
I pretty much got that one on lockdown. How
Oh,
I did
that's
that,
cool.
I don't know.
He isn't even joking around. The owner of the property showed up at the end of our hike and just kind of checked on the situation, you know, like making sure it was Jeff that brought everybody in. Like he was aware of where we you know, where we were parked at and that we were there. And as we were coming back, he, you know, was checking his mail. So, you know, it really is a private property.
Yeah, it's a 1-lane road in, and it's a private road, so you're not even supposed to be back there that far if you're lost. And he was
yeah.
wondering why all the out of state tags were sitting there in the parking area, and he figured it was me, you know, because I'm the only one that usually uses that property. So it's really nice, and there is like 7 different cabin sites back there dating
Nice.
back to early 1700s, and a lot of moonshine still places, just to say.
Yeah.
Operational or?
No.
Oh, okay.
Past.
Okay, pass.
I wouldn't say on here if they were operational.
We'll just say abandoned when you saw them.
Yeah. So you find a lot of old mason jars, pottery in the creeks, just bits and pieces, no full bottles, but there are a few dump sites back there because back then they didn't haul off their trash. They just threw it in a sinkhole, you know.
Right.
So,
or over the hill.
Or over the bank, yeah.
So you also look for those dumps, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, those are like my little
Find cool bottles.
Oh yes. I sent Rose and Angela both home with some cool old bottles when they came to visit. Uh-oh, we made her get up.
Oh, show and tell.
Show and tell. Yeah, I found some old cool jars and stuff.
Hello, we dig it.
I let Angela have her pick of the litter. She was so excited about these, Jeff, but I
nice.
do also have mine.
Ooh.
Look how clean it is,
Easy
you guys. And
seal.
it's still got this little rusty piece right here can still move if I wanted to. So it's the nicest jar that I have, Jeff.
Well, you're most welcome, sweetie. I'm glad you got it.
Nice.
Me too.
That is a treasure, Jeff.
Sure.
The last jar that I found, and it was so devastating because the bottom and the side was broke out of it. But on the side of it, you can see the mason part, and then at the bottom, it has 1953 embossed in the glass in the side of it.
On mine or in?
No, on the one I found, another one that's just a broken piece. But yeah, that helps me date the home sites and
Right.
and the relics that I find there. You know, the wheat pennies that they had nailed up either over the front door or on the hearth of the fireplace. The mantle, you know, that was just a sort of a superstition, I guess you would say, around here.
Kind of like hanging the horseshoe over the barn door.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of superstitions here in the mountains.
Right.
But
Garlic at your door. And...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when I asked you about scary encounters, you know, you brought up Bigfoot, but I have heard of other, you know, specifically targeted to the Appalachian Mountains, like I guess like the Slender Man and like this, you know, when I watch these TikToks, okay, so I know I'm not going very far, they won't even say what it is, because if you say what it is, it'll draw it in. So I don't even know what they're talking about with that monster. They won't even say its name, but they, they talk about these beasts that show up and stuff. So
I don't know, except for Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
No, you said it 3 times.
Yeah, I mean, they're just superstitions and folklores and stuff. But as far as me encountering something like that, I can't say if there is or isn't. I've not experienced those, but yeah, the human mind can play many tricks on you out there in the dark. I mean, you can
For
see
sure.
stuff that's not even there. So
I always tell my friends and my community that I want to believe, that I've never had an experience, but I want to believe. I want to believe it's out there, and I would love to be spooked by something so I could believe.
You should be from Missouri then, huh? Show me.
The show me
Yeah,
state.
just one state away. So I think that, I've got a little bit of that in my blood. So.
Well,
Must be in the water.
you gotta approach that like you do love.
You have to be
It'll
open to
happen
it.
when you're not paying attention.
That's right. You have to be open to it. You have to be willing to accept it. In fact, Angela tells me on the regular, the reason why I don't get any of those experiences is because I'm not open to it, because I won't go past I want to believe. I'm a bit of a skeptic, if you will. And apparently people who have skepticism have a harder time being able to see it. So trying to be open, guys.
Huh.
That's sort of
Yeah,
like
I saw that.
Yeah, you know what? Oh, I don't know if we can talk about this, Ed. You can choose, but Ohio Relic Hunter said Congress just had a session on UFOs. Who knows what's coming next?
Right. I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens.
Right. Well, here was a real weird part about that whole congressional thing. Nobody cared. Nobody paid attention.
There's other things. Yeah, there's other things that we need to be worrying about, but I still would. I mean, I appreciate the fact that they're admitting that there are things that they cannot explain. They can't explain it.
I think I mentioned this earlier. They're not. What they're pushing is UFOs being of this earth.
Oh,
UFOs. That's what they're pushing. They're not talking about extraterrestrial. They're talking about they're UFOs. We're gonna call
breaches.
Yeah, they're worried about security and stuff.
They're just trying to keep people comfortable with the fact that they cannot identify it. It is an unidentified flying object. We don't have to say it's outerworldly, but they can't identify it. And if you want to say it's otherworldly, I think you're blowing smoke up people's booties.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm saying that's not what they're saying. They're saying it's from this earth. It's from here. It's mad scientists.
Please.
It could be interdimensional beings.
It could be. It could be.
If this was from Earth, they would be selling it to people. It would be sold to people to have for themselves.
I just realized one flipping thing. Where the flip is Earth Radio, and we're talking about this shit.
I know. Jump right in on this conversation. Jump right in on it. If it was man-made, people would be selling it, hands down. That's all I have to say is they would be.
Not necessarily, not yet. They haven't used it yet.
They're still testing it.
Yeah, as soon as they test it, they use it, and they've used it, and it's obsolete. That's when we get it.
They've been testing it since the 60s.
Go yell at
60s.
Ronald,
Come on.
Mr. Lodak. He can't be on air himself right now. He don't belong there. He belongs
he's
here.
live.
Okay, everyone, let's bash Earth Radio and bitch him out for not being here. Hey, Matt, how you doing? Ski Searcher. Yeah, I think we all need to do a random trolling right now of Earth Radio live on Tuesday Night Hangout Live, and we all just badger him for not being at Tuesday Night Hangout Live.
We got,
I'm
oh,
in.
there you go. Mr. Lodak just put the link up.
Okay, everyone, keep on. Oh, just open up a new tab. Open up a new tab, and let's all raid Earth Radio. And if Ronald's live, go, you're supposed to be at Tuesday Night Hangout Live. You're very late. 'Cause there's here's the scoop on that if you don't already know. I was bouncing back from Tuesday to Thursday nights because I do not want to step on our friends at prospectorsradio.com during their show. This goes back 5 years. And Ronald said, it would work best for me if you did it Tuesday nights. And so it's because of Ronald and Earth Radio, we are here on Tuesday nights as of, next month, June 22nd, 5 years. So.
I bet the chat room. I bet those
Oops,
guys are looking at
something
the
went
chat room going,
wrong.
what the hell
That was
going
a
on?
dead link for me for some reason.
I said, Ronald, you're missing our show. You're late.
Okay, here it is.
So
Ronald's
you never,
not
so
on.
there's all these clones of
No.
her as a child
I
right
thought it was
around.
earlier. I
But
thought it was
is
on
there
earlier.
is her an adult? Is
No,
she
he's
still alive?
traveling. He's
But
not
then we
on.
find out, well, there's clones of her as an adult too.
Where is he?
I actually liked it because it really
traveling.
kept that storyline.
Oh, yeah, he's going to
better
New
than just
York
saying he was still
for that
hunting for his
UFO thing.
Yeah. So does
Okay.
Closure say that his sister is
Speaking
is
of
dead?
unidentified
Yes.
flying
Yeah,
objects,
Confirmed.
he's
She died.
gonna
King
go find out the
Prospector's
details.
in there
Whole,
giving it to him.
Starlight thing.
Yeah,
where
everybody.
disappeared. The nurse
Brian's
came
in
into the
there.
room
You
and
guys
she
are
was gone.
awesome.
David
But
You
in
guys
she
are
died.
awesome.
Correct me if I'm wrong. She was 14.
Dang, and we
at
were
that time,
talking.
right?
We
Very
were
young.
talking.
So everything.
Tell
It was all a lie,
Ronald
really.
to stop
all the-
driving
his sister, meeting his sister in the other episode.
turn on Tuesday night.
No, so what was that? So the mystery initially with
I can hear
for
you
the
typing.
his
last
sister.
few
Then after
minutes.
closure, does that change one's interest in his character because that core
I'm going to turn their volume up,
hunger
see what they're
for-
saying.
for knowledge is gone. Or knowledge.
I don't think
I
they're
don't
even
think so because
acknowledging
he's
us.
stumbled
I
on to
don't
so
think
many
so
more
because
conspiracies and
Okay,
bigger.
that was season 7.
They
Right.
should be literally hearing
Technically
it
was
on
his
my side
last
anyway, the
full-time
audience.
season.
Well, and
'cause
then he gets abducted.
they're on
by
my
aliens in
desktop.
season 8.
I don't hear
But
them saying
I think
nothing
that
yet.
like in
No,
at
they're
the
not
end
talking
of-
about it anyways. I don't think
Or
they're
he
even
gets
talking.
abducted on the
Okay.
last episode of season 7. But yeah, go
We're
ahead.
terrible, aren't we?
Yeah. So
Ron's gonna see this later and go, what the heck?
People that were the viewership jumped up. We are talking
bad.
X-Files
at the
tonight.
end, so at the end of season 6, where he finds out that he possibly has alien DNA, and we go
Flashers
through
are
that whole
always
entire
fun.
thing where Scully finds the ship and all of that kind of stuff. So I think
Willie's in there, the
even after
flashback
season
too,
7,
and
he's
saying
had
hi.
those experiences.
You're supposed
so
to
I
be
think
watching
that
Tuesday Night
at least
Live.
now that he knows his
live.
sister is no longer with us or with him, he can put that chapter away and focus
It
on like these
depends on the
other
flasher.
government
All
type
right,
conspiracies and alien things. That's my opinion.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Okay,
You
guys,
all
come
are
on back.
awesome. You guys are all totally awesome. Man, oh man.
We have the best.
We have the best, no doubt.
The best chat.
The auditory overload.
Inner zones.
Hey, you
There.
guys!
Charlie.
Gonna be good seeing you, Charlie, here in the next less than 2 weeks away. Yeah. Wonder if Charlie's. I won't be able to bring that trommel to Flash Bash. I don't think, Charlie. You'll have to swing by the house. I'll have to tell you where it's at. Don't worry if my neighbor lets his dogs out at you. They're only a bulldog, a pit bull. They won't take much out of you.
And a Chiweenie.
And a Chiweenie.
That's the one I'd be afraid of.
A blind wiener dog and a going blind old cat. They'll be inside those, so don't have to worry about them. Everybody, thank you for crashing Earth Radio. I heard someone says the flashers are always fun. Talk to you later, Andy. Thanks for dropping in. In my sloth goony voice. Hey, you guys! Charlie's awesome. Charlie's awesome. Jeff, thanks again. I know I've said it several times. It's been a great pleasure having you on, and our trail will cross. I will see you on the river someday. I might be saying, hey, Jeff, I'm going to be in your neck of the woods, or I'll be down south, or we're going to get your ass here to Ohio or something. But I totally understand about the situation you're in now, 100%. And you're doing the right thing, my friend. You're doing the right thing. But I'm gonna do a secret meeting at Flash Bash for something that might end up in your hands anyway. Wow. And when the guys see you're present, I'm sure it'd be a unanimous vote anyway. So
that'll be awesome. That's if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
If you don't know, you want to know.
But again, thank you all very much. Thank you, Jeff, very much, and my awesome co-hosts, Rose, ToledoJess, and Dano the Mano. Can-Do's can't wait to meet you at Flash Bash, and everyone else who's coming it's their first time.
Can do. Ed, do you mind if I say something real quick?
No, let me pin you up so you have the full floor.
This is what I want to show off.
Yeah, I was looking at that earlier. That's nice.
Well, that is a can-do flag, which there will be some at Flash Bash, guys. So
yes, there
you might
will.
be able to win one. You might be able to buy one. So
Jeff, lift your finger up. I was gonna say that is also a can-do flag right there. Yeah.
Yes, this is a can-do flag right here, wood burnt.
Nice.
Yeah, and he also has
nice.
a beer can one at JP's bar.
And this lovely picture came from Saving Grace K9, and it was painted by our veterans, and I am happy owner of that. That is a blessing. So I'm always a support to our veterans and our servicemen and women. My son is currently in the Air Force now for 4 years, so he's looking at a lifer. So we definitely support the troops around here. That's for sure.
Not a bad job if you can do it.
Definitely, and I know JP and Mrs. JP and the Bulldogs have done a bit for canines for
Saving
veterans.
Grace.
Is it?
Yeah, Saving Grace.
Saving Grace, yes.
Yep.
It's
an incredible community, you guys. I mean, really, what they've done for the veterans of their area, it's incredible. I mean, they offer artwork, woodwork. They offer trails and retreats. The area is really amazing.
And JP's really been doing a lot of awesome work with the veterans as well, because they've had panning days where he goes out and helps teach them panning. There's been some awesome people in this community like Thomas 907, Vendetta Prospecting, that has donated these pay dirt bags for the veterans to pan out. So it's really a great community, a great cause. So they've always got my support, you know. And
Agreed.
when Mrs. JP and JP did their little auction to do the start off fundraiser, we raised $1,500 in one night. In one night.
That's
$1,500.
awesome.
That's right. You know, and Otis Ferris was a huge part and donator to that, you know, hands down to Otis. And there's so many more out there, guys, in this community that we all support one another. They're just great people.
Otis Ferris is a great guy. Can't wait to see him again. But if you're, while we're on the subject, I want to talk about something that's very close to my veteran, very good brother, friend right here, ToledoJess's. This is his baby that I support 300% of, and that's our Take a Vet prospecting project over at Flash in Your Pan. If you're in our area or gonna be in our area and you're a veteran and would like to get on the river or stream, we supply everything. And you are guaranteed to go home with gold. Correct, Jesse?
Absolutely.
And memories and maybe a new lifestyle. Who knows?
Right. You know, a new way of dealing with what you got to deal with.
I put the link down in the chat room, and here's the page on the website. Just go to it and send me a little message, and we'll get together and you'll hear back from us, and we'll set up a time and a date. Could be a day, it could be a weekend, but it'd be our privilege to take you out on the stream and put a gold pan in your hand, put you behind a dredge nozzle or a number 2 shovel.
It's not just, you know, to go out there. You're going to learn. If you don't know how to well, you know, preferably we're looking for vets that
Right on, new member of the Flash Fam.
We're going to teach you what we can about prospecting, what to look for, you know, the kinds of things that you would want to do, put you on different equipment so you can figure out if you like doing it or not before, you know, a lot of us don't have the extra money to go just throwing money out for this, that, and the other and not enjoy it. So, you know, just go out there and have some fun, learn a little prospecting, learn,
I would say it's more than educational. It's more than educational. You're gonna meet friends and a community and people that, I mean, literally you're gonna learn and you're gonna have fun. You're gonna get both
have fun.
together.
And that's gonna be the most important part. We're not I don't think that taking somebody out there and then making them really work hard and struggle trying to do this is fun. So if we can take somebody out and let them have a good time and sit and chit chat and work a little bit and see what it's all about, and, you know, learn something.
What about that one couple that came out with us? He was sitting in camp drinking, having a beer and having a good time chatting around the fire, and his wife was behind the dredge on the high banker. She did all the mining.
That we gave a weekend away to biker group that was that were all vets. Or it's a veterans biker group, and so we gave a weekend away. And the guy that won it, yeah, he just sat around the bank in his chair, drank beer, and watched the wife work. I said,
But still, if that's what you want to do, it's a free weekend, free day on the river. If you need a tent, we'll supply it. Everything but your bedding, pretty much. And at zero cost, you know, we supply it all, correct, Jesse?
Yep. We put, in fact, I think our first year we ran into a vet at Gold Rush and we got them all hooked on it. The following year, he's out there at Gold Rush Day. He's got this equipment that he's built and he's got all this stuff that he's doing. And hey, that's that's what it's about, right?
Creek therapy.
Creek
it's
therapy
great.
is awesome.
It's great.
Looking
And
forward
I've
to it
heard
this
it
weekend.
does wonders for post-traumatic stress disorder, you know.
Anxiety disorder,
Rock,
depression, any of those. I mean, we could build that disorder out, you guys. It really is. Sunshine on the human body does good things for the human body.
And the sound of water and a flash in your pan, who can beat it?
And these guys that you're going to be with, the people you're going to be with too. The community that you're going to be with is a community built for you. It is a community built to help you and be there for you. So
right. And many of us in this lifestyle are patriots, and we love our fellow man and our country and the people that served our country.
For sure.
And
Absolutely.
that's the real treasure of all. I don't care if I find 100 pounds of gold or find some gold eagle or whatever, you know. The people I've met and the friendships I've made along the way are the real treasure.
We talk about it all the time, guys. All the time. It's the community that you're with. It's really what makes all of this treasure hunting worthwhile.
You have no idea what's coming your way in 10 days, Heavy. Ask King Prospector.
You gotta watch out talking about patriotism on YouTube now.
Oh,
You're gonna get banned.
Beep.
I guess I'm
a vet myself, infantry, before I got into mining. Right on. Thank you for your service, Rock Butcher. All the veterans I've worked with are really keen to learn and jump right in.
Oh yeah, it is. Whether you're a veteran or not, it's really good for the soul when you're out there painting and you see that gold.
That's right.
I mean,
that's right.
Just being out there is good for the soul. The
Just
gold is
being out
extra.
there. You guys could be walking in the creek and hanging out with friends and picking up a silly little rock, and that rock could mean more to you than the possessions in your own wallet. You know, the fact that you found it, you hunted it, and it's yours.
The first to see it.
Who you are. Yeah, it changes who you are, you guys. Being out in
I'm gonna put my rock in that big pile I got at home.
That's right.
Well, you never know when that rock's going to be given away as a present either, sort of like the Ralph rock.
Yes. Like
we
build
get
it, you
our
guys,
grandchildren into rocks. They think all my rocks are their rocks.
That's right.
What the hell are you talking about, Dino?
I got a set of jumper cables to help, Heavy Metal Detective. Yeah, that's right. Last year he didn't get a proper hazing. He went to sleep.
Oh.
We don't want to scare him.
After we told him blood in and blood out, he got a little scared down.
Yeah.
Heavy being in a big air mattress, that way you float higher in the water. Make sure you put
Right,
plenty
man.
of air in that Heavy.
I think it's that time, man.
Yeah, it's a bigger stream this time too. It's an actual river. Don't worry, you'll end up in a lake instead of the Ohio River.
If he doesn't end up in the river, I about guarantee he's going to end up duct taped to a chair.
Or Heavy, what did you do to yourself, Heavy? What did you do?
After last night, he bit off a lot.
You too, Dwayne. Yeah, no doubt. I gotta guard that area of my anatomy, and let me tell you, no shorts for Ed at Flash Bash. Bad Heavy.
Look, I can only be your bathroom buddy for so long, Heavy. Okay.
Sounds like I need to stay away from heavy
You're digging
metals
a
that
hole.
weekend. What do you think, Dano?
What's that?
I think we need to stay away from heavy metals.
You guys are probably safe.
doesn't
I
sound
think
too
I'm
good.
the one in danger.
Keeping his eyes open.
I think I'm the one in danger. You guys
Oh, okay,
weren't there
fine.
last
That's cool.
night.
That's okay.
You
No
guys
problem,
are
man.
probably safe. I don't know. Heavy,
Good.
are they safe too?
I got a knife.
You never know what's in store, he says.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. It goes two ways.
He's bringing it on. He's talking the trash too.
Oh, yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for going into overtime with us tonight. Again, Jeff, thank you. Rose, Dano, Jesse, all of you, the Flash fam. Thank you all very much. Until next week for Open Line Tuesday, may you always have a flash in your pan.
You know what he's gonna say next.
That's right, Rose. It does happen. Maybe one day, too, we'll meet you on the river. Good night, everybody. God bless. Love
Night.
you all.
So since
Rose, you're being
Rose has got heavy metals
Yeah, I
back,
was
I
gonna
guess
say,
he's in for it
JP,
too.
somebody's gotta have his back. Somebody's gotta have his back. He's my bathroom buddy. I gotta have him. Gotta
Bathroom
have his
buddy.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Love you all. Thank you.
Bye,
Good
everybody.
night, Dan.
You veteran, good night.
Can do.
Dan, good night.
GPS after party. Talk to Mr. Lodak.
Reg, have a good one. LNW show. Good night.
Good
Hey,
night.
you guys, prospecting, have a good one.
Good night.
Yeah.
See you soon,
Good night,
Charlie.
everybody.